Undercover Blues, 990 WBOB. Chuck Finley here, and tonight we have a special guest that has been on multiple music charts. She is the one and only Angela Easley, and not only is she an award-winning vocalist, okay, but she's also Grit Roots Network, otherwise known as TGRN Blues. Now, she hosts Angela Easley's Bio Blues Lounge, 10 to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, Wednesday nights. That's 11 to 1 around here. Let's give a warm welcome to Angela Easley. Welcome to the show, Angela.
Thank you so much, Chuck. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Cool. Now, Angela, you've got a lot of history. You've been down the road a bit, and tell us about your latest releases. Tell us all about yourself, because that's what we're here for. Releases. Tell us all about yourself, because that's what we're here for tonight. It's all about you.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. Well, in 2022, I had an amazing year. The release of my album, Rise, it debuted #1 on Billboard, Blues Charts, SoundScan, how many weeks for Top 10. Then I was blessed with 3 #1s on Roots Music Report, 2 #1s on Radio Indie Alliance. And I even made it to the Music Row Breakout Chart here in Nashville with all the major label artists and major record labels on my independent record label, Class A record labels, on my independent record label, Class A Records. I made it to the Music Row Breakout Chart, and I was featured, my music video that features the McCreary Sisters, I Can Let Go, debuted on CMT.
Wow. Okay.
And I was also Grammy considered for that album. So a lot of amazing stuff.
You know, you should have grabbed the award and ran. You know, I'm sure they can make more. Okay. I got to know you when I became a host on the True Grit Roots Network.
Yeah, I'm honored to be part of it. It's a great network. It's brand new. As you know, we started in September, but we are growing tremendously. We are everywhere you can stream music. We have our own apps, iOS and Android available. We have our own website, tgrn.net, available that you can stream. We're on Roku, Alexa, Firefly, available that you can stream. We're on Roku, Alexa, Firefly. I mean, you name it. Every streaming device you can think of. Look us up. We're powered by Live 365. And we are True Grit Roots Network, TGRN Blues. And my show is called Angela Easley's Bayou Blues Lounge.
Cool.
Easley's Bayou Blues Lounge.
Cool. I mean, being that, you know, I know you've had another radio show called Angela Easley's Rock and Blues Roots Review. Now,
yes, I actually still have that show. I've been on air there for 7 years now. It's hard to believe time passes fast. Blessed with an opportunity. I went on that show as an artist guest, and I was interviewed by my friend Al, and he hosts the show for many years. That Radio Free Nashville has been in Nashville for about 15 years, and it's 103.7 FM and 107.1 FM, radiofreenashville.org. And yes, my show is Angela Easley's Rock and Blues Roots Review on Radio Free Nashville. It's every Tuesday night, and we are live in studio, and I bring in artists. They perform live on air, and I interview them, and it's from 8 to 10 p.m. Central.
Okay, now, the next question is, I know it takes me time, besides my regular jobs, I'm always prepping for the next show, the next interview. Where do you find time to do all this?
Well, you know, that's the problem that I'm up against right now. You know, I don't know if this cloning thing is true that they talk about, but I might look into it, because I need about 5 of me right now. Because let me tell you something, Chuck. I am tired because all I do is work and I don't sleep very much. But yeah, that is the challenge with being an independent artist and, you know, record label owner. I have Class A Records, Class A Productions, Class A Publishing, because I produce as well. I produced a 16-year-old and 19-year-old recently. Their albums are getting ready to come out, and I offer lessons online to people. I do music business consulting and artist development as well. So I basically do everything, and you have to in this business to survive.
Yeah. I mean, now, does this, like, involve a little hot soap?
Yeah, pretty much. You got to do what it takes, to survive. No, no, I have to take lots of good vitamins. I tell you, if you could see my vitamin cabinet, it's tons of really high, great quality supplements that keep me going.
Yeah. Now, I've heard some of your gospel tracks. I've listened to a couple of Christmas tracks. I mean, I've used your music on my other show, which is also called Undercover Blues, and it's a different format. It's a 1 hour format, but I used it for my Christmas show. I put it in Silent Night in there, and I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
My producer's like, hey, this is good. This is not so. It's not the same thing. I said, that's right. That's what you want me to get, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah. I
it's
grew up singing in the church, so I love gospel music. And yes, I love singing and recording and performing gospel music, Christmas music, gospel music, Christmas music, Christian music, all the above.
Now, do you have a favorite genre that you like to perform?
Well, of course, I love the blues. I mean, my heart and soul is in the blues, and blues and gospel are hand in hand. And those, but I love all kinds of music. I mean, I love all kinds of music. I mean, I love country music. I write all styles of music. I've recorded pretty much all styles of music. But yeah, I mean, I would say blues and gospel is top to my heart, just because of the soul that's involved and the spiritual elements that are involved in gospel and blues. But I love everything, as you name it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm listening to some of this. I'm like, okay, I see a whole lot of versatility out there. She can sing anything.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, it's like the blues. Everybody says, well, it's not like, look, let's not, let's not beat around the subject. The blues is not just a guy sitting on a barrel with a harmonica. It's a different thing nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I've heard that a lot. That's nothing new as far as, yes, my music. Can I do traditional? Heard that a lot. That's nothing new as far as, yes, my music. Can I do traditional? 1-4-5 blues all day long. I could do that all day long. But do I want to do every song 1-4-5? No, I'd want to go jump off a bridge. That's boring.
Yeah,
I gotta have a little more depth than that. I can't do the same thing over. So much more deeper than just 1-4-5. The blues is a whole embodiment of soul, of spirit, of lifestyle, of experiences. And that's what the blues draws on. Now the format, traditional blues, yes, it's 1-4-5, and it all sounds the same. We know what that sound is. We recognize it as it. And then you draw from that format and you get even more creative, and you go beyond that. And that's where my music falls.
Exactly. I mean, because you got to diversify things. People like it's like when people listen to Stevie Ray Vaughan. They know, Pride and Joy and all that other stuff. Pride and Joy and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
But
1-4-5.
But when you ask them, it says, "Oh, have you ever heard Riviera Paradise?" Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Or Chitlin's Con Carne. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's so much more to it. Now that we have services like Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon, all that stuff, I mean, is it easier or harder to get your music out there and get paid for it? And do you think a lot of power over the artist, or are the subscription services more of the same?
Well, as we all know, the music industry has definitely changed in the last 10 years tremendously, and even the last 5 years, and probably even the last 3 years. It continues to change, grow, and evolve as technology years. It continues to change, grow, and evolve as technology has changed and grown and evolved. And for people like me who are still completely independent artists, that puts a lot of power in our hands. And I'm grateful for that, because we're able to reach the masses on the same level as far as distribution, and just getting our material to be heard by masses of people the same way large record labels are. Now, do we have the same budget to put the kind of promotion and money behind as record labels? Still, no, we don't. And that's where you have to get you know, a road team for you to help promote. That's what I do. I mean, I put people to work, Chuck.
You do. You do. You're making me work for every penny I'm not earning right now. Sorry, Vinny.
Yeah, but that, you know, that's just what you got to do. But yes, but that, you know, that's just what you got to do. But yes, it's a great time to be making music. Now, what I do hope changes is what I'm facing right now is I'm actually in the process of trying to track down all my royalties from, you know, all this airplay that I've gotten from Rise. And now that is a challenge for independent. I did not know how big of a challenge it was going to be until I got to this point. And basically, you have to hire these services, these companies that are service provider companies. They're called publish administrators, and that is exactly what they do. They have a whole team of people, and they go find your money, your royalties for you for independent artists, because you only get called a black box, and then you will not ever see it. So it's like, it's not really a great system, honestly, and I'm hugely disappointed in that aspect. But I'm hoping that we can all come together and work and grow as a community, as artists and independent artists, to help better this for us all, you know. Independent artists to help better this for us all, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and B.B. King was probably one of the first people to retain the rights to his own music. You know,
yeah.
He retained he and his estate, now his estate, retained all the rights to his music. And that's so much, I mean, it's the merch. I mean, if you want to see how powerful the rights to your own music is, just look at Gene Simmons.
Yeah. Well, I'm blessed in that way because I'm a one-woman operation still, and I own everything I do. I wrote my songs. I own the publishing of them. I own the masters of them. I'm co-producer on the album. I mean, that is Angela Easley. Thank the good Lord.
Yeah, it's because musicians have a tough enough time making a living.
It's hard out there, man. It's really hard. I'm telling you.
You know, people used to say, "Oh, they have a musician's schedule."
Yeah, it's not a life of luxury. It's not what people think. Behind the scenes work. I mean, my brain stays on go, and it just I stay working. You know, really, it's to the point where I'm hoping, and I'm trying to get more of a team set up this year. Like, I just brought on someone, my cousin actually, Logan Easley. He's helping me with some booking this year. Logan Easley, he's helping me with some booking this year. I just got him started with that. And, you know, just trying to get a little bit of a team to help me because it is so much. And I need more time on my instruments and less time taking care of all the business stuff. But you got to take care of the business because the business is what makes you work. You know?
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, you know, you look at, you know, now Joe Bonamassa, there's a guy who has his own label and he helps blues artists.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's all about that.
I'd love to work with him. I'd love for Joe to, I am too. I mean, I'm not on the level or known as well as Joe Bonamassa yet, but I will be. But that's what I'm doing too, you know, like producing these young artists and doing the mentorship and doing the lessons. And even with my radio shows, I always said when I got to the place where I could start giving back in whatever way it was that I would, because people helped giving back in whatever way it was that I would, because people helped me get where I am. And that's what we're supposed to do is, you know, help lift each other and help the younger generation come up because they're our next generation of artists.
Yeah. It's, you know, and he's like one of the true friends of the blues. He really is. He really is. Because I hate to say it, but up until the 80s, when Stevie started, you know, amping things up and people started listening to him, and then they say, oh, wait a minute, I got to listen to Muddy, I got to listen to Buddy Guy, I got to listen to all these guys. He literally helped up another notch.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's, people say, oh, you know, it's just a different, you know, it's one kind of, no, it's not. It's not. I've been listening to blues since I was a kid. And I never quite knew why I liked it so much. It's just, I think the first song I ever heard was "The Thrill Is Gone," when they still played it on AM, and that's kind of giving my age away, when they still played good music on AM. But You know, there's something about it it's unique, it's American. Something about it it's unique, it's American, and it's all ours, and it needs to be preserved. You know, and
Yeah.
that's why I like doing so much what I do on TGRN with Undercover Blues. What's you know what started with a local thing now is a national thing. Educate people and get them to listen to blues a little more. So
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we're doing. We're carrying the torch for blues music and just preserving the history and introducing new artists and giving, artists a platform for their music, because I know blues is not considered in the mainstream format as far as radio goes, but man, we need it to be, because blues is the heart of everything. Everything draws from blues a little bit. Every style of music has a little bit of blues in it.
yeah, I mean, I've heard a couple of hip hop songs. I've heard a couple of hip hop songs, and you hear,
Yeah, absolutely.
I was like, wait a minute, I know that piece, I know that piece. That's
Yeah,
Albert King. It's like, I'll sing the blues
yeah,
for you, and I'm like, wait.
exactly.
I say,
Yeah,
they're stealing Albert's, but that's the music business. It's all inspiration.
yeah, and that's the thing. We all learn from the greats and yeah, of the genres, and we're not stealing, but we're so-called, trying to copy or sound the same as they do under our own voice through that inspiration of trying to sound like those amazing great artists. Of course, there's never two of the same great artists, but you draw from those tracks and just the essence of their playing, the essence of their singing. If you really dive in and study their work, really dive in and study their work.
Yeah, it's yeah, I mean, there's a fine line between inspiration and, well, stealing, but you know,
Yeah,
I mean, it's you can never imitate the way somebody does anything, because not them and they're not you.
right, exactly.
And there's only one guy I've seen that come close to it. Okay? His name's DK Harrell.
Okay,
And he's one of those guys that's like coming up the ladder really quick. I had a chance to interview him.
nice.
When I first heard his tracks, okay, I thought it was unreleased material from a younger BB.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait a minute,
there you go.
what, And when I got to interview him, he explained how he just spent years and years and years trying to get the vibe down, and
Yeah,
he's really not trying to cop, but he's just got that combination of smooth. He can rock it, he can make it smooth. He's even got
yeah,
guys from BB's band backing him up.
nice.
You
That's
know,
what I'm talking about right there.
and but there's only like one person that does things, but every now and then you get somebody that comes close.
Yeah,
So
I love that. I'm gonna have to check him out.
yeah, DK's coming up the charts fast. I mean, really fast, really fast. I mean, it's just sometimes it's, how can I put this? It's just being in the right place at the right time.
Yep, timing is everything. Of course, you got to have the talent. You got to have the work
Exactly.
ethic.
Yeah.
And for me, it's a lot of faith too. But yes, timing is everything.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes,
Thing.
yeah, I mean, sometimes you're so good at everything, you get painted into a corner.
Yeah,
You know, well, they can do anything. Yeah, well, that's cool, but, I want to be at the front of the line.
yeah,
I'd like to be at the front of the line just for a little while.
that's right.
Just for a little while, just so somebody knows I was here.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, it's like I tell people I have a radio show, and they say, Chuck who? So it's
I love,
it's it's just I laugh about it, but if every now and then I'll interview a band and say, oh, I'll interview a band and say, oh, well, your interview helped us get our fan club kick-started. I'm like, oh, cool. All right. I'm glad I helped somebody out, you know.
Yeah.
But now, Angela, this is one of my favorite parts of the interview. Okay. Now,
okay.
I want you to shamelessly self-promote. Tell us where we can find your music, about the show on TGR and Blues, any upcoming tour dates. Now, personally, I hope you visit the Northeast, because up here in Rhode Island, so I can meet you in person. Okay.
Yeah, we definitely want to come there. We want to come see everybody.
Because we get a lot for them.
Okay, well, let's make it happen. You can help me figure that out after this.
Well, now, I mean, you know, you're on Amazon.
Yes. So, yeah, to answer your question, so we have a lot of exciting things starting 2024. Right now, I'm doing tons of promotion for 2024. Right now, I'm doing tons of promotion for 2 amazing shows that we have coming up. Friday, January 26th, I'm going to be in Birmingham, Alabama, headlining show at the beautiful Woodlawn Theater there in Birmingham, Alabama. Tickets are available now on the website, Woodlawn Theater, Birmingham. Check them out. The opening band for that will be Birmingham's hottest blues band, Kid Sly. They're going to be opening. Also, from there, when we get finished at Birmingham Friday night, January 26th, we're going to be heading to Biloxi to play the famous Owned by Mississippi is my home area. I grew up in Poplarville, Mississippi, and I grew up playing in New Orleans and all along the coast. And this is my first big home show since my album debuted #1 on Billboard and SoundScan and SiriusXM and Bluesville, all that. January 27th. Tickets are available and on sale now. There's only 7 tables and on sale now. There's only 7 tables left. It's going to be a sold out show. We're almost sold out. So there's a few tickets left. Get your tickets now. If you want to come see me in Mississippi at Ground Zero Biloxi. I'm also going to be doing some big news interviews this month. I just got the call this morning. I'm going to be on WBRC. I think I'm remembering that right. Fox News Channel 6 in Birmingham. They're the largest news station in that area. They cover from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, all the way down to Oxford, Mississippi, and all through that area. Then on the January 22nd, News Channel 13, the 4 o'clock show, they're promoting my show. So thank you so much to those news stations. I was already on the Stone County Enterprise front page this month. I'm going to be in the Picayune Item, and the Nashville Voyager just featured me. So January is kicking off with a lot of great promo and 2 amazing. As far as my music, it is available everywhere music is sold. I'm in Walmart, Barnes & Noble, Target, you name it. Not on the shelves, but look on the website. You can find me, order my CD. If you want a signed CD personally from me, which I do recommend that because, you know, personal little signature is always a little extra for you. So go to my website, AngelaEasley.com, and you can get lots of merchandise there. I got T-shirts, hats, mugs, hoodies, sweatshirts, all kinds of stuff. That tote bag, you name it.
Cool.
So check it out at AngelaEasley.com.
Cool. And make the checks out to cash.
Yeah. And also, I just got nominated for, I think it was 9 awards for the 2024 International Singer-Songwriter Association Awards. And I have already won 2 awards with them in 2021 for 9. I'm nominated for 9 awards that I just found out yesterday for 2024.
Cool. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I want to thank you so much for your time. I know that it's at a premium. Thank you very much.
And I want to give a shout out to my...
know that it's at a premium. Thank you very much.
And I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Mycon Services out of Bogalusa, Louisiana. They are for all your construction needs, residential and commercial, family-owned business. 30 years family-owned business, serving each customer one relationship. Family-owned business, serving each customer one relationship at a time. So check them out, Mycon Services on Facebook.
Cool. Very nice. Undercover Blues. 990 WBOB, only the best artist and music around.